Have you ever noticed something strange about the diet advice on the internet? You open an article that says, "How to start eating healthy." The first line is usually something like, "Before we begin, you must understand the molecular structure of carbohydrates, the glycemic index of the starch, the biological function of mitochondria, and evolutionary history of the wheat." Bro, I just wanted to know what to eat tomorrow morning, not defend a PhD thesis. And then another blog says, "Start your day with a heavy breakfast." Heavy breakfast at 7:30 in the morning when you are half asleep, trying to find your socks, brushing your teeth, answering emails, and wondering why life exists. Yeah, sure, let me just cook a 5-course royal buffet before work. Totally realistic. And then the next article says, "Never eat carbs." The next one says, "Eat only carbs." The next one says, "Only eat food that was blessed by Himalaya monks under a full moon." At this point, you are like, you know what? I will just eat biscuits and cry. So today we are fixing that. In this video, I am going to show you a simple, practical, realistic, balanced diet plan that you can actually follow. No complicated science lectures, no extreme dieting, no weird ingredients that only exist in a secret forest in Peru. And most importantly, these are proven and practical techniques based on my personal experience. This is not AI generated nonsense. This is not copy-paste internet advice. This is what actually works in real life. I am not going to start by explaining what carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, or quantum food particles are. We are not making things complicated. We are not confusing you. We are keeping it simple, easy, practical, and realistic. This plan works regardless of your weight, age, or gender. Whether you are a student, working professional, busy parent, or someone whose main workout is walking to the fridge. No judgment here. So grab your tea, coffee, water, or emotional support snack and let's start eating healthy without making life miserable. So the part 1 is the breakfast. Let's start with the breakfast. Now this is where most diet advice becomes completely unrealistic. You will read something like, "Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so you must eat a very heavy breakfast." Heavy breakfast? Listen. Most people wake up like this. Alarm rings, you hit snooze. Alarm rings again, you hit snooze again. Now you are already 20 minutes late. You are brushing your teeth while checking emails. You are putting on one sock while hopping across the room. Your brain hasn't even started working yet, and some diet guru expects you to prepare avocado toast, protein smoothie, chia pudding, boiled eggs, grilled vegetables, and salad. Brother, at that point, I'd rather stay unhealthy. So, here's the realistic breakfast plan. You don't need to wake up and start filling your belly like a drum. Morning appetite is different for everyone. Some people just can't eat a lot in the morning, and that's perfectly fine. Also, let's be honest, most people eat the same breakfast all week anyway. Nobody wakes up Monday and says, "Today I shall enjoy Scandinavian fermented oats." No, we repeat the same thing. So keep it simple. Breakfast should be quick, practical, and enjoyable. Start with a cup of coffee or tea. That's it. Whatever you like, green tea, black tea, latte, mocha, brewed coffee, machine coffee, hot coffee, cold coffee, coffee that looks like a science experiment, whatever makes you happy. Because if your morning drink makes you happy, you are already starting the day mentally healthier. Now add 1 apple. Yes, just 1 apple. We have all heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." Now let's be honest, your partner is probably not a doctor, so technically the doctor isn't going anywhere. But still, a nice apple in the morning is great. Simple, healthy, easy, and no cooking required. You just grab it and eat it. Nature basically made the perfect snack packaging. Now if you have a little extra time and appetite, you can add something else. Have a bowl of cereals. Any cereals you like. Nothing complicated, And here's a funny practical trick. Instead of going through the whole milk pouring ceremony, you can literally add the same tea or coffee you already made into the cereal. Yes, tea or coffee cereal. Fast, practical, you are done. Breakfast finished. Total preparation time about 2 minutes, and congratulations, you have already done better than 90% of the internet diet plans. Then the part 2 is the lunch. Now let's talk about lunch. Lunch is another place where people struggle because not everyone has time to cook a huge meal in the middle of the day. You are working, studying, running errands, attending meetings that could have been emails, standing in the queues, fixing life problems. Nobody wants to cook a 5-star restaurant meal at 1 p.m. So lunch needs to be quick, simple, repeatable, and practical. And here's the plan. So start with 1 or 2 eggs, however you like them. Scrambled, boiled, omelette, fried, sunny side up, angry side up, whatever works for you. Eggs are simple, fast, and they don't require a cooking diploma. Then add 2 slices of multigrain bread. Simple, reliable, done. Now add a small quantity of nuts, not a full bowl, just a small handful. Things like almonds, walnuts, cranberries, figs, or anything similar you like, just a small amount. Think of it as a VIP guest appearance of your lunch. Then add 1 banana. Bananas are basically nature's energy bar. Portable, easy, and 0 effort. Then add 2 dates. Yes, just 2. We are not starting a date farm here. Just 2. And finally, add a tiny amount of dark chocolate. Important details, it should be 85% or more cacao. Just a small piece, because life should still contain a little happiness. Now here's the best part of this lunch plan. You can repeat it all week. You don't need a new recipe every day. You don't need to search healthy lunch ideas every morning like a confused detective. It's easy, quick, and practical, and you can prepare it in minutes. Lunch solved. Then the part 3 is the dinner. Now we come to the most important part, the dinner. Dinner needs special attention because for most people, dinner is the only meal they actually have time to cook properly after work, after responsibilities, and after surviving the chaos of the day. So dinner is where you make sure you are getting a good balance of everything during the week. So instead of eating random things every night, we are going to divide the week intelligently. Each day focuses on different food category. Let's go through it. The red meat day. One day of the week should be red meat, cow or lamb, if you are not vegan or vegetarian. But if you are vegan or vegetarian, simply replace it with the split chickpeas. You can cook it however you like. Curry, steak, spicy, mild, your choice. Cooking red meat usually takes a bit more time, so weekend is usually a good idea. That's when people actually have the patience to cook something properly. Then the white meat day. Another day should be white meat, the chicken. Again, if you are not vegan or vegetarian. Otherwise, replace it with the green gram. You can cook chicken however you like. It could be curry, steak, spicy, mild, boneless, with bones, wings, chest. Whatever you prefer. Chicken is flexible. Chicken doesn't judge your cooking skills. Chicken just shows up and helps you eat healthy. Then the vegetable days. 2 days of the week should be vegetable days. Any vegetables you like, potatoes, ladyfinger, cauliflower, green peas, or any other vegetables you enjoy. This keeps your diet balanced and diverse during the week, and vegetables are important even if our childhood memories say otherwise. Then the chickpea day. One day should be chickpeas. Simple, nutritious, delicious, and honestly, chickpeas have been feeding humanity for centuries. They know what they are doing. Then the lentil day. Another day should be lentils. Different types like orange lentils, split chickpeas, green grams, whatever you like. Lentils are easy to cook and very practical for regular meals. Then the fish day. One day should be fish. If you are not vegan, Fish is great addition during the week. If you are vegan, simply replace fish with any kind of beans you like. Beans are easy, flexible, and work perfectly in this plan. So now the basic meal plan is clear. Let's go through some very important tips that makes this diet actually work. The first tip, whatever you cook for dinner, serve it with either rice or tortillas. Both work perfectly. Just avoid white bread. White bread doesn't belong here. The second tip, after 7 to 10 days, you are allowed a cheat meal. Yes, finally, the moment you have been waiting for. Burger, pizza, or any guilty pleasure meal you love. But there's one rule, don't go crazy. This is not a food festival. For example, one small pizza or one cheeseburger, that's fine. But don't think, oh, it's a cheat day so nothing counts, and then eat 4 pizzas and the family size burger combo, because then your whole week of effort will disappear faster than your motivation on Monday morning. Then the next tip is avoid sweet cold drinks. They are basically liquid chemistry experiments, just the sugars and the chemicals. Then further, try to avoid the processed food with preservatives, especially the frozen ready-made meals. Convenient? Yes. Healthy? Not really. Then try to avoid the microwaving the food. It simply mess up your health. Then avoid the deep fried food with lots of cooking oil. For example, baked potatoes in the oven are better than deep fried potatoes. Same potatoes, different outcomes. Then try to use olive oil for cooking. It's a better option for regular cooking. Then completely avoid those lame snacks. You know the ones, the chips, chocolate bars, cookies, sugary sweets. Instead, replace them with the fruits, nuts, vegetables like carrots. Your body will thank you. Now let's talk about dessert. Yes, dessert still exists. The first option, any fruit you like. Grapes, oranges, pears, simple and refreshing. The second option, a small amount of ice cream, a couple of times a week. That's perfectly fine. We are not turning life into a punishment. Then, drink a good amount of water throughout the day. Simple but extremely important. And finally, try to have your last meal of the day around 7 p.m. Don't eat dinner very late and then go straight to sleep. Give your body time to digest. And that's it. A simple, balanced, practical diet plan that you can actually follow in the real life. No extreme dieting, no complicated nutrition lectures, no weird superfoods that cost half of your salary. Just simple meals balanced through the week. Breakfast is quick, lunch is easy, dinner gives you balance. And a few smart habits keep everything under control. If you follow this consistently, you won't just be eating healthier, you will also avoid the stress of constantly wondering, what should I eat today? Because now you already know. And remember, eating healthy doesn't mean making life miserable. It just means making smarter choices most of the time and occasionally enjoying a small pizza without guilt. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe and share it with someone who still believes breakfast must be a royal wedding buffet. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.